Next plc, styled as Next, is a British multinational clothing, footwear and home products retailer headquartered in Enderby, Leicestershire. It has around 700 stores, of which 597 are in the United Kingdom and Ireland, and around 200 are in continental Europe, Asia and the Middle East. Next is the largest clothing retailer by sales in the United Kingdom, having overtaken Marks & Spencer in early 2012 and 2014. It is listed on the London Stock Exchange and is a constituent of the FTSE 100 index. History: the company was founded by Joseph Hepworth in Leeds in 1864 as a tailor under the name of Joseph Hepworth & Son. In 1982 Hepworth & Son acquired Kendall & Sons Limited, a Leicester-based rainwear and ladies' fashion company from Combined English Stores. The intention was to redevelop the Kendall's stores as a women's wear chain of shops. Terence Conran, the designer, was chairman of Hepworth's at this time and he recruited George Davis, who went on to become chief executive of Next. The first Next shops opened on February 12, 1982, with the Kendall's conversion complete by the end of 1983. Made chief executive in 1984, Davis then converted the 50 Hepworth stores to the Next format, extending the total concept look at the same time to cover menswear. This allowed the development mini department across the entire footprint, selling women's and men's and clothes. This was added to by the introduction of Next interiors to stores which were deemed in the right demographical areas. In 1986, Davis moved the group's headquarters from Leeds to Leicester, to be closer to the main garment manufacturers, and the company name was changed to Next plc. In 1987, the group acquired Combined English Stores and the Grattan Catalogue Company. Extending first to introduce Next children's wear, Davis then introduced the Next directory. By 1988, after 7 years of growth, Next had overexpanded suicidally. Some stores were not bringing in enough to pay the rent. Davis was sacked and the share price fell to 7p. Chairman Sir David Jones accused him of being egotistical and taking Next to the verge of bankruptcy. In October 1988 Next sold 433 jewellery stores in the United Kingdom, which principally traded under the Salisbury's and Zales brands, to the Ratners Group for $232 million. The company bought the youth brand Lipsy in 2008. In autumn 2009, Next launched an online catalogue for the United States offering clothing, shoes and accessories for women, men and children. Next's prices in Ireland attracted criticism in 2009 when the company was one of 4 retailers accused of failing to pass on exchange rate savings to shoppers in the Republic. In July 2010, a BBC investigation found Next was breaking the Consumer Protection Regulations 2000 by billing customers for its delivery costs even if goods were returned within the 7 working days. A spokesman for Next admitted that they had been doing this for 3 years but promised to comply by August 2010. Trading Standards said that the DSRs had been in force for 10 years, and there was no excuse for not adhering to them. Although the majority of businesses are law-abiding, there is a small minority that are not, and those are the companies we need to take action against. In October 2014, the company was one of several retailers criticised by Janice Turner in The Times for failing to pay a living wage. UK taxpayers pay £28 billion to low-paid workers, and Turner says retail companies which have the highest proportion of low-paid workers are exploiting austerity and effectively adding staff wages to the UK welfare bill. When asked why, despite record profits, their lowest-paid workers were so poorly paid, Next replied that they had 30 applicants for every job advertised. Operations: Next has 3 main channels: Next Retail, a chain of 500-plus retail branches in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Next Directory, a home shopping catalogue and website with more than 3 million active customers, and Next International, with 180-plus international stores. Its other businesses include Next Sourcing, for own brand products; Lipsy, which designs and sells its own branded younger women's fashion products through wholesale, retail and website channels; Logos and Marketing. Until circa 1991 Next used a lowercase Courier-style typeface in black against a white background for its logo. This was replaced by the capitalized Next logo in a Roman serif-style typeface. There were some variations of this, such as the logo with each letter of Next in an individual square, and in some stores in 2005 June had the Next logo in a varying blue and black background with X's printed on them, as opposed to the black background. In addition, some variations in typeface occurred during the logo's use, including similar fonts that had serifs positioned above the T crossbar, similar to Garamond, and others that had more in common with Times New Roman. In 2007 a new Next logo was introduced, although the previous logo continued to be used until stock was exhausted. Next clothing often carries reference to the origins of the company in 1982, with use of 82, or 1982 as a design feature on clothes in all ranges. Prior to 2007 Next only advertised immediately prior to a sale, usually through brief television spots and newspaper advertising. In 2007, following a disappointing 7.2% fall in like-for-like sales, it announced it was investing £17 million over the next 3 years to revive its existing stores and product offering, plus an additional £10 million for marketing. Yasmin Le Bon, who modelled in the first Next directory in spring 1988, featured in an online fashion show. In September 2007, to celebrate its 25th anniversary, Next launched its first television campaign in 12 years named Ali's Party, with the song Suddenly I See starring Brazilian supermodel Alessandra Ambrosio. All extra casts were Next employees, otherwise nicknamed Nextras. A second advert featuring Ambrosio was screened in November 2007, and the songs were regularly played in store during the campaign. An advert directed by Ben Watts and filmed on the banks of the River Seine was shown in September 2010 to reflect the Ciasone unregistered trademark S Parisian chic styles. It was soundtracked by the Specialsa unregistered trademark A Message to You, Rudy, and starred Brazilian model Emanuela de Paula and Spanish actor John Cortajarena. References. External links, official website.